everybody, and welcome back to Bros and Shows. I am your host, Josiah, aka Malik67, and with me, as always, I got my buddy, I got my pal, I got my brother Austin. Austin, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. I've just been having a day of chilling, playing games, catching up on Harley Quinn, finishing off, relaxing. What can I say? Just enjoying the cool day because the snow came back and it was annoying that it came back, but it's already melted, so who cares? What about you, dude? What'd you do today or this week? I guess. How was your weekend, Austin?
Oh man, it's been so busy,
Mm-hmm.
very busy. Got news. We are now taking in another kiddo.
Okay.
He will be here next week, same age as the kid I have right now. But we will have him next week, and he starts with us. And then, the kiddo went downstairs to put meat in our deep freezer that Grandma Jan and Grandpa Burkhart gave us. Well, Grandma and Grandpa Burkhart gave us. And when we did, the sub pump, so like our house lives on like a hill, and the water, when it rains, it goes down into the basement, and then there's a sub pump in the basement that has a hole, and it just sucks it right out. It sucks it out to the drain, out to the storm drain. We went to go do that, and then all of a sudden it went everywhere. The sub pump kicked on, and all the water went everywhere, and it doused all this stuff in water, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I turned off the sub pump, and I was like, oh my gosh. So at like 10 o'clock at night, I'm like trying to figure out places that are open. The only place that was open that would have something like that was Walmart. So I went to Walmart. They had no fittings, nothing. They had nothing. And so I did the Phil Swift, and I Phil Swift the pipe, give the old flex tape, and that worked out just fine. Yep, worked out just fine. It leaked a little bit, and I was like, Phil's a liar. You're a liar, Phil. But no,
I saw this boat in half. You're a liar, Phil.
Which he was, because it did not stop all the leakage. If I had maybe more tape, but like, $15 a roll is really pushing that.
Well, you're paying for the
just for a temporary fix. Yeah, it's just a temporary fix. So then the next day, I woke up, went to the local hardware store, got the fitting that I need, put it on, and it works just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Then our washer went out. It wasn't draining water, so I had to drain all of it, do all that, and then I knew exactly what was wrong. There's a sock in the pump. So I pulled the pump out.
I don't think that was what's wrong with your house. I think you may have a demon infested in your house, dude.
Yes, I have two now. But so I pulled the sock out, put it back together, and I was like, man, it get crazy. It's getting crazy, And then I had to burn all this cardboard. We ended up like reorganizing the whole basement, getting rid of some stuff that we didn't need. Because the thing is like, we're gonna have to make space for certain things that we have up here that we have to put down there since we're getting a kiddo. And they were like, hey, like this stuff can go downstairs. We don't need this upstairs. It's just, more junk that doesn't need to be down here. And then after that was done, I finally relaxed a little bit, and then I fell asleep. And then today I woke up and I didn't feel too good. And like for the last like couple weeks at our school, there's been like what we call the plague going on, where it's just like someone gets sick, and then someone gets the flu, and then like kids around us are getting influenza. And like I try really hard to prevent it. Like I take zinc and vitamin C every day just to like keep my immune body like that. Because me being diabetic, it can like put me out when I get sick, because like, I can't really take certain cough medicines and stuff because it has sugar in it. So I've been like, so I woke up today not feeling that well. I had a sore throat, back was hurting me, and my head was hurting me. So I ended up taking immune boosters, which is just vitamin C, like little gummies. And about an hour or two later, I was fine. And then my wife came in and said, hey, we need to go shopping for the kiddo because the kid that we have now, he doesn't have a lot of pants that fit him because he's growing. He's getting taller, he's growing out, he's getting that age. So we're like, oh, okay, we'll go to Volunteers of America. So we drove up there, we stopped at Fazoli's for lunch because I haven't had Fazoli's in a while. I was like, yeah, let's have Fazoli's. Stopped there, went to Volunteers of America, but on the way there, there's like this new place in Ontario called Grocery Bargain Outlet. And it's kind of like Aldi's meets a Amish like Benton Dent in a way. So like it had like popular brands, but it was like, hey, these were pulled off of someone's shelf because they're about to expire in the next 2 months, or this didn't really sell too well and no one wanted it, so this happened. So like there's a drink that a pop I've been drinking called Poppy, I think it's called, or Pippy or whatever it is, but it's a biotic soda, so it has like high fiber and stuff. And so I've been drinking that. Well, up there, like at regular stores, like a 6-pack is like $14 and you're like, wow, that's ridiculous. Up there they had buy one get one free, so I was grabbing cans of it. So like we did that, found out meat was like on sale, all that stuff, and we spent like $40 on something that would have cost us like $160 at the grocery store, and we're like, oh, this is pretty nice. So we might go back up there again because we did get a lot of stuff. And then we went to Volunteers America. I got some jeans, he got some jeans, Sid got some clothes, and then had to go to Marshall's. And then I came home and I realized that the dryer wasn't drying properly. And I was like, oh man, what is going on? So I pulled out the dryer, found out that like our lint trap, it's like a metal screen that holds all the lint. It had residue on it and it was like clogging up the area probably. So I cleaned that completely out. And then I was like, you know what? Might as well just get it done and over with because it's something that needs to be prevented. And that is like cleaning out your dryer vent, which goes to the outside. Like lint builds up in that, and that can cause a fire, but it also causes no airflow to go out, so it doesn't dry your clothes properly. So I have like this extension I bought off of Amazon like a while ago. It's just like a long rod that you screw in like each little small things, and then it has a brush on it, and you put it on your drill and you just drill, and it just pushes all that lint out. So I did that, put the dryer back. Had to, it was just a crazy weekend. This weekend has been super busy. I also had to do college stuff. Like I had a cohort meeting, which is just pretty much like when you do something through the college and you don't succeed quite well. Like I did a test and I missed like 3 questions for a passing grade. Because at my college, it's not, hey, a D is a passing grade, a C is not a passing grade, a B- is a passing grade. So I missed 3 questions that would have got me to that B-. So I have to do a cohort where you get on with like a bunch of people on Zoom, and then we play Kazoo or whatever, Kahoot or whatever it is. And then the instructor, Kahoot's like, it's like Jack. So Kahoot is like a game. It's like a quiz game. Okay. So like you get on, they put up questions, and then you like have answers, and you do it off your phone. It's kind of like Jackbox is. And then you don't have to put your name. It's just, it makes a random character for you, so you don't feel like, oh, I mean, I'm dumb, I'm getting these wrong. But it's meant for like to see where everyone's at, like with their knowledge, so then they can help you be like, hey, remember, this is what you should remember when you go to take the test. Like how brain works or cognitive works or whatever thing like that.
Yeah,
so,
okay. I get it. Yeah.
So it's just a study tool, but you have to do it. If you fail a test, you have to do that, and then you have to do a study plan through WGU, which is like they make you like do a chart of like what you're learning, and then like you have to send it back to the professor, and then the professor has to look and be like, yep, he went to the cohort, he did his assignment. You can now retake the test, and you can take it as many times as you want, but every time you don't, you have to do a cohort and a study plan again.
Yeah, it seems like a way to basically validate a retest.
Yeah, like they want you to succeed, so they're like, you can do it as much as you want, just we want to make sure that you get that knowledge. And like, because I feel like some colleges where like you just fail and you keep failing, it's like this downward trend instead of like you failing and then you're brought back up and then you might be able to pass it because you've been studying more, because you're trying to overload yourself.
Let's be honest here, right? And this is my issue that I have with like colleges, currently, at least maybe from my perspective, because I went to a for-profit college. They tend to be like, hey, the teachers set curriculum, they figure out the stuff that's necessary or whatnot, and the teachers have a very like you pass or you fail mentality for a lot of stuff. They don't really care after your allotted time if you pass or fail for them, because like, oh, if you fail, you gotta retake the test, and then the school makes more money, and then you waste your time. It's not about actually teaching the kids more valuable ways of like learning and growing and like actually learning from their mistakes. It sounds like your school's actually doing that, which is good. I highly applaud that, and I think that's good. Where I went to college, they were like, hey, you failed. Next $3,000 more and you can retake it. And that was basically their model. And there's a reason why it went under. And there's a reason why all that student loan was forgiven, because that was fraud. Because they would purposely do that. And you knew something was up in the school I went to school in. Whenever I started in the degree, and then midway through the degree, the teacher that started teaching me was a student that graduated a year ago. So someone I actually been in classes with was teaching. And I was like, this doesn't seem right. And everyone would agree, like, it's not right. He hasn't ever been in the field, and they're like, oh, but he's teaching stuff that doesn't require you to be in the field. It's like, doesn't matter. If he's never been in the field, that seems like the exact opposite of the type of teacher that you want to have teaching you. And it was. But I'm glad that they have that type of program for you at your school, because it seems like a lot of times whenever you miss the bar by such a small amount, learning what you did wrong and like reevaluating that small method tends to help a lot. Like you won't forget that.
Yeah, it's nice, because the thing is like also too is like you know, I can what I love about the college I'm at is I can take it at my own pace. So like if I want to finish my degree real early, I can. If I don't, then you know I can take it as long as I want. They always constantly, they have a mentor, so they'll be like, hey, how much college have you done this week? We want to make sure that you keep doing it because we want you to succeed. So like they're always asking you, but they're like, hey, no pressure, like when you get it done, you get it done. And sometimes like I've blasted through a lot of classes because like they didn't have tests, they just have assignments. It's like, hey, I need you to write these 2 papers, and then I write these 2 papers real quick. But then there's ones that's like you got to take a pre-assessment and then the assessment, and once you pass the assessment, then you can move on. So yeah, it's a nice college, and it's cheap, you know, it's like super cheap. So like, you know, it's not hard at all, and there's like so many free resources. It's all digital.
I mean, they're saving a bunch of money by doing that. Like,
and the only thing that's like kind of that way is when you take a test, like when you take an assignment. 1 second, I gotta do this real quick. There we go. Can't have that because I'm on camera and someone can't be on camera. I know. All right, cool. There we go. All right, he's out. So the thing is it's really nice because they have a lot of solutions, but the only time that they ever have someone like doing anything is when you take a test. They have you have like an external camera next to you, and they have to see the screen. You can't have two duals. Like it detects that if you have that, you can't have any remote like desktop stuff on. Like I had Google Remote, so I could just like, you know, go through if someone had a problem with the Plex, I could just go through my phone, like figure it out. Can't have that. Like it detects all that. They try really hard for people to like not cheat, which totally understands, it's college. But
I get it, but with how our world's going, like, if all technology is at your, like, okay, here's the thing, right? So you know, like the Geek Squad, right?
Yeah.
Like the people are like, oh, these people are really knowledgeable about computers, right? I have a friend who works I think he works at. I think he's no longer part of the Geek Squad. I think he's the manager of like the Best Buy now, whatever. And he came out and basically said like he's like. So fun fact: most of the people in the Geek Squad only know very basic level of hardware and software stuff. They don't know actually like a lot. And 80% of the time when people come in with a problem that they don't naturally know or how to like just easily fix, all they do is just Google and like Reddit dive to find ways to fix it, and then fix it, and then they do their basic like setup. Half of the people that they hire for it are like people who know how to put together a computer, and that's basically it. And they rely on like Google searching to do all that stuff. And it's like the only difference between me and you as a consumer and as like a squad member is that I know how to search terminology necessary to find the appropriate issue and troubleshoot everything. Everyone thinks troubleshooting is something you learn. No, troubleshooting is just something that you just throw things at the wall until you find out something sticks or you learn something. Yeah. It's a trial and error method, and it's no different for computers. And I'm like, we are learning and learning, not learning, we are etching towards a point in our society and in our world with how like availability, connectivity, and everything is that the intrinsic knowledge of individuals will not be as necessary as understanding and knowing where to look. It's very similar how like back in the day, they were telling us like, you don't need to know all this stuff. You need to know how to look for it in your public library. Like find it in the books and everything. Like that's what was important. But then we were also taught you had to know where to look. But not open book. Like we won't let you do open book stuff. So it was very like anti-connected to us, and that's why a lot of us like had trouble with that, like learning, because they told us to look in the book to find the answers. But then when we had to do a test, they're like, you have to regurgitate this information that we never taught you how to do. We just taught you where to find it. And so now we're like moving in towards a world where they're not even saying like open book test is no more. They're like, yeah, open book is fine, because we understand you're ultimately like I always think about this with math, right? I remember in like algebra 2 or 1 or something like that, there was like this instant aha moment for me where I'm just like, math is really simple, because all I do is pay attention to the formula the teacher gives, and then for the next 2 tests I just put the things into that formula and I'm good. And I did that, no issue. But then when I got to algebra 3, I had issue, because she started pulling like things and saying like, you have to use this method for this one, this method for this method. And I only knew the formulas, not the names of everything. And so she would give me something that looks no different from another quiz, but because she wanted me to solve it a different way, I was messing it up. And she's like, how are you getting this all mixed up? I'm like, because I learned the formula, not the actual method or like what it's called. Like I didn't care what it was called. I just knew that if you wanted me to solve for X, this was how I solved for X. If you wanted me to properly like break them apart, this is how I break them apart. Like all that stuff is very basic and knowledge, easy to understand. But it's whenever you start saying that you want it done a certain way that it's like, why are you giving me things that look the same then? And it's like, yeah, it's just the fact that it's like you're just regurgitating what you're being taught or what you see on page. And that's where everything's going. I'm like, man, I have issue with my computer, I Google it and I find like a lot of issues how to solve it. And if it persists, I will keep looking. If it comes down to a hardware or software situation, then I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to a Geek Squad, because if anything goes bad, they have to pay for everything if I do their little insurance thing. So that's my safety net, is like, if I can't do it myself and there's a big possibility, I'm going to make someone else do it, so that way if something goes wrong, I can get reimbursed. That's my goal. But yeah, like, knowledge is great. Learn. Grow. And speaking of growing, Austin, this week we are doing Harley Quinn season 3. A continuation. I think one more season after this. Like that's it. Like we're almost done with Harley Quinn.
Yeah. So the newest season just started. Season 5 just started.
Okay.
About I think 2 weeks ago, or no, it was the beginning of January 30th. So a couple weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, the newest season just started. I have not watched season 4 at all, so I think I watched like the first 2 episodes, but I have not finished season 4. So it'll be something kind of newish to me. But yeah, we are on the third season of Harley Quinn, which we might take a break because something does finish tonight, and I know that I've been getting at that throat to talk about that.
Yeah, we got probably what will happen is we'll finish off Harley Quinn next week, and then after that we'll do the show that we've been wanting to talk about because we have been watching it and very much enjoying it, Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. It's something whenever you get to like go back to a show that you really enjoy and it's like up to the same par that you enjoy. Still have the same fears for Game of Thrones, and we'll talk about that on that episode. Boston, what'd you think of Harley Quinn season 3?
I like season 3. It's okay. There is some like this is the season, I will say, where I started feeling like it was kind of getting just a little bit stale at a point where like I just wasn't interested so much. This is a good season still. Like I really enjoyed the season. Like I think episode 3 of the season is hilarious. Clayface's episode with Billy Bob Thornton is hilarious. I thought that was great. And they had Billy Bob Thornton play himself, which is great. And then I also, you know, I don't know. There's just some things in this season that I was like, it's okay. But overall, I did thoroughly enjoy season 3. What did you think of season 3? Because I know I watched season 3 already, and then I told you to watch the show. So I want to know your take on season 3.
I enjoyed season 3. I know what you mean by like it's getting stale. I don't think it's getting stale to me. I think it's just prolongedness, right?
Yeah.
I think if watching it straight season 1 to season 2, season 3, season 4, especially when you have like a borderline episodic series like this, where there is a overarching theme every season, but like each episode pushes the giant narrative slightly more, kind of like Steven Universe after season like 2. If you watch non-stop it can become kind of sluggish, not because you're not enjoying the watch, but more of it's the same thing every like week or every month or so, or how long it takes you to watch it. Is like this season, it's basically the last 2 episodes of last season, I want to say, where like after Harley Quinn and Ivy has become a relationship and they're just trying to like learn to be together to a degree, and then we're getting that, and then that's like a reoccurring thing through this whole season, is them just trying to like balance together, be like, hey, yeah, we love each other, but like I'm used to not getting any attention and you're used to being alone, so like we have these internal fights. Meanwhile, you have Ivy trying to like do something that makes her happy because of Harley Quinn. I think that all works, and I think what makes this season good and what keeps it from being like, okay, yeah, I'm fine with these 2 characters, is the more characters they keep adding to the bunch, and they're not just like bringing them in and dropping them off. They're actually like building them up. Like basically this whole season, it was Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy doing their stuff, but it was majority focus, I felt, on like the Batman family, as they call it. With Bruce kind of like slowly going crazy, it seemed, and all like Nightwing showing up to help out. You have Alfred and his little weird like stuff. Harvey's also just straight up clinically insane. Or not Harvey. Commissioner Gordon is basically insane.
Oh no, I was talking about Harvey, the guy that plays Guillermo.
Oh yeah,
Harvey. Yeah, he's Nightwing.
Oh, is that him? I couldn't tell because he did like the darker, like the deep voice, just like this. Yeah. Like, why are you so dramatic for voice? Like, I think my voice is appropriately dramatic. No, I didn't know that. That makes me happy, actually. I love that guy. I love Harvey. But no, like I enjoyed what they added to the episodes. Like you saw them kind of progress. I think probably my favorite episode from this season, I think my favorite episode was whenever they went into Bruce Wayne's like head, and like there's just like he just keeps watching his parents get killed. This is really messed up. It's like reverse mind suppression. Like, instead of him repressing this memory, he repressed all other memories and only sees this. It's like, that's kind of stupid and morbid. It's like, yeah, that explains Batman. Like, and so like I enjoyed that. Also the fact that like whenever it gets revealed that like who JoJo is just him, he's like, no, we deserve this because this is what keeps us going, type deal of thing. And it's like, oh, that is really like mentally messed up. And there are people who definitely do that, where they just kind of relive bad things in their life over and over again because they feel like they deserve it, and that's the thing that keeps them going. So
yeah,
I very much enjoyed that. I also, I mean, it was obvious, but I called the whole relationship between Catwoman and Ivy being a thing, and it was basically what I thought with Scott Pilgrim stylization, where Ivy was basically obsessed with her, and it was just a fling to her, so she didn't care. So I was like, yeah, no, I mean, cool, called it. Was pretty easy too. I was glad. Probably the thing that made me really excited was how much Clayface got, like episodes in this one. Like, he wasn't ever the main character. I think there was like one episode where he was kind of the main character, but other things were happening in the background. But he basically got to do his whole thing, killed Billy Bob Thornton, and then took over Billy Bob Thornton.
I love that episode so much. It's so funny, just because
first door
like,
on the
Billy
left,
Bob had...
or was it on the right? Oh, there was a tiger. So he gets killed.
Yeah, the head just comes rolling. I was just like laughing.
Yeah, I was sad because I was like, dang, the first person who actually saw like possibility in him. And it didn't work.
Yeah, that happens. Oh, Clayface.
You know what I think of whenever I think of Billy Bob Thornton, especially in voice acting? I think of Princess Mononoke.
Oh, really?
Because in Princess Mononoke, he's the like peddler dude. I forget his name, but he's the guy who like eats a bowl with Ashitaka, and then he's the one who like gets his Ben to shoot off the head of the elk. And so I always remember him because I remember watching a behind the scene of it and seeing Princess Mononoke in this, right? And then Billy Bob Thornton comes up and starts talking about how he wanted to do a movie that his kids could watch. And this, I saw this at the time that Bad Santa came out. I remember sitting there being like, why is the guy from Bad Santa on this? I don't know. That's just why I always think of Billy Bob Thornton as Bad Santa and Princess Mononoke. So it was nice. It was cool to see him in this. Hear his voice. He's a very like, how you say it, like a very distinct voice when he talks. So it was very easy to tell who he was.
Yep. So what did you think of the storyline with Joker, like him running for mayor?
I liked it. I mean, he has my vote if he ever wants to run for mayor in my area. I mean, besides the point that he did rob like a bank, and that is like a misunderstanding that people have, like, it's like steal from them and then just give it to everyone. It's like, they're going to charge the masses for that money. They're not going to charge the 1% people. They're going to... That doesn't affect them. Now, if he would have went and just, like, emptied out Wayne's, like, funds or whatever and then used that would be different. But stealing from a bank is kind of like, you're just going to get that money back by, like, freezing the funds that are in the bank, in their system at that time. So, you didn't really do that. I did find funny that he's like, I am a socialist. And it's like, he talked on a lot of plots. It was like, yeah, I mean, a lot of these things are true, and it's kind of funny how quickly everyone instantly was on the Joker side when he was like, yeah, I want free healthcare and free education. Everyone should be able to be bilingual if they want to be bilingual. I'm just like, it's crazy. It's crazy in our society, specifically in the United States, that these are like radical thought processes, and that's the joke here, is that it's like Joker's a villain, but even he has like common sense in the notations of this. Cause what was it? Oh yeah, it was in the head. It was in the brain episode when they're in Wayne's brain. It's just like, don't you have like a psychiatrist? And he's like, we don't pay for psychiatrists. All this stuff is just free to us. Like, no wonder you don't, like. What about free housing? He's like, you pay for housing? Like, it makes sense why Batman doesn't do like actual meaningful like investments in the area, because he's stupid and dumb and doesn't. I'm like, this Batman actually makes more sense than the normal Batman, you know?
Batman, yep.
It's kind of funny to me, but I did very much enjoy that whole take.
I think the craziest thing that happened this season that I loved so much, because it's just ridiculous, when Bane gets like super like tall. Do you remember that? Where he gets super like he grows. I don't know if you
during the Plant Apocalypse.
Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. Thinking of something else.
Okay.
Something else.
I mean, maybe I don't recall it. Bane is always just constantly used as like above a joke situation. Like the biggest thing he was doing for this season that I remember, at least, like if this was like a sight gag, then I may not pay attention. But the thing I mainly remember about him was the like internal monologue he kept having, where he's just like, was I truly happy, or was my identity truly stolen by myself? It's just like every time, just like, I was going to go and I saw the place of my demise blow up, but I was not happy.
Wait, no. I'm making sure that this was his season. I remember.
I mean, possible. I may not have like recognized it then, or like paid attention to that scene.
Is that it where he gets like he becomes a kaiju? I thought it was. Maybe you missed it.
I don't know anything about kaiju.
Oh man, I think you missed it actually.
Season.
I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with the season.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think it's the end of season 3. Let me see. I'll have to load it on here and just see.
Really?
Or maybe I am getting mixed up something else.
Okay, I'm seeing a scene of it. It's from like a Harley Quinn Valentine's special.
Yeah. Oh man.
I don't think I saw that.
Put it in.
No, I don't think that's on where we watched it from.
Okay.
So no, I never saw that.
So then, what we'll have to do is you'll have to watch it. Watch the episode.
Okay, I'll have to find it. It must be in like the special section or something like that.
It must be, because I thought it was on the regular season. Let's see.
It's not there.
I thought it was on there.
Maybe it's on this.
That's what it's called.
There's 5, Austin. There is 5 seasons of Harley Quinn. There is not 4. There's 5.
Yeah, no. The 5th season is going on right now.
Wait,
like
the 5th season just finished, I thought.
No. It finishes March. March.
How many episodes is season 5 going to be?
I think it's. Let's see. Oh wait, no, there is 5 seasons.
That's what I'm saying. There's 5 seasons currently out.
Oh wow, I thought. Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really, sometimes I think it's like 2020. I forget that's 2026.
No, that's completely fair. Because I was looking at everything, I was like, I can't see anything.
Well, see, we messed up, folks.
We didn't really mess up. It's just I think you were you haven't watched a portion of the show. I wonder if that means that you've seen season 4 and you haven't seen season 5 yet.
No, because this was part of season 3.
Okay,
but
it was
when
part of
I watched season 3, I was watching it on another streaming service, which was the original HBO. So that's why. That makes sense. So you never got to watch it. I totally spoiled you on that. But I will not tell you exactly what happens, because it is pretty funny.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, because it's a Valentine's Day special. It's called A Very Problematic Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That checks out. That explains why I'm so confused.
Yeah, I was
what
oh,
are you
remember
talking
this?
about?
Like,
I don't know what
wait,
you're
that's
talking
right.
about. After our
Yeah,
little Google
it's
Fest
weird.
there to try to figure that out.
Well, what's really weird is it doesn't show up as an episode for
But-
season 3.
it may be a special. It may be under its own little category. You know,
It must be
kind of like
because
how
it
was... what's the show? New season's coming out. Invincible. How like they had the Adam
at
Eve,
or
the
the
Eve-
Eve thing.
yeah, and if you look on Invincible, that's not part of it. You have to go Google it itself. And I'm like, that seems weird to have that separated. What can you do? Okay, well, I mean, that's something to watch out for then, at least. That will be fun. I think, yeah, like I said, I think I enjoyed the show a lot. I like where it's going. I like that it ends with her being like a honorary Batman. It's also really effed up that they all jumped off the ceiling and like propelled out, and she was like, no heads up. Like, what if she would have jumped and joined them, and then like they all fly away, and then she's like, oh, I guess I just die here. Like, you all jumped off without me. But yeah, the show was good. They also had James Gunn. I also liked how James Gunn made fun of himself throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, old James Gunn just making fun of himself. It was funny.
Mhm.
You know, because I don't think this was really part of a James Gunn production, if I'm correct.
No, I think this is
it was,
outside
right
of it
after.
right now. But
I think it was like right after. I mean, like right before he like took the reins. Maybe I don't remember exactly when he
I
took
don't
the
know when
reins.
this officially came out. Let me look at
Yeah.
3
Well, it
years
came
ago,
out-
so that's
yeah, it came out
2023. I don't know
So,
when.
yeah.
No, this had to have been around the time he took over.
Yeah,
Because
probably
like Superman came out last year, and that's like a 2-year film rotation stuff. So this had to have been around the time. Still, I enjoy it. I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought I enjoyed all the characters. There were like funny moments that I very much enjoyed. I think, yeah, I'm interested to see what they do for next season. I will keep saying, and I will always say this: Ron Funches is hilarious to me, and if he ever comes to Pittsburgh, Austin, we gotta go to one of his stand-up because I just absolutely love
totally.
that man. He makes me laugh
Totally.
so hard, and he is so down to earth. I don't know if you watch like his TikToks or whatever like that, but he'll do
yeah.
TikToks about like video games, and like when we'll come in and be like, "What you playing now?" He's like, "I'm playing this," and like he'll like, describe it, and then after he's done, he's just like, "Yeah." And I'm just like, "Yeah, no." He basically just described it in a nutshell. It's kind of a crazy concept. So it's good, and yeah, I'm excited for next season. Austin,
Yeah.
I guess we need to make a decision then, because we got 2 more seasons of this. Do we want to wait 2 seasons to do Night of the Seven Kingdom, or should we pause right now and do Knights of the Seven Kingdom next week?
I think we should pause and do Knights of the Seven Kingdoms next week because
Okay.
it's just going to be like kind of like this quick thing.
Yeah,
in a
it's
way.
just a one-off. That's worth fun. And like again, we do the podcast for what we do, so I think pausing for this is 100% viable and good. So change of plans. not Harley Quinn next week. We'll do Harley Quinn season 4 the week after. Next week we're going to do Knights of the Seven Kingdom, the new Game of Thrones show, so that we can talk about it, get it out of our heads, vomit it out, because the last episode is today and we've been enjoying it, so we very much would like to talk about it. And I think that's a good thing to do, a good thing to end on.
Yeah.
Austin, do you have anything else you want to say for tonight?
No, I think we're I'll be super excited for next week. Super excited for next week because I have a lot of theories going on in my head about this season, this new series. But I was really happy that you are enjoying Harley Quinn. I knew that you would because King Shark is the guy that plays him is great. Alan Tudyk is great. I was gonna say pretty much the whole cast is really, phenomenal. And I like that they picked also a Batman and they picked comedic actors to play the superheroes. Every
superhero in this show is straight-laced, but not they're straight in the form of I'm a superhero. They are playing off of the idea that they are mentally messed up 100%. Like Nightwing being super afraid of being seen as a failure because he fails a couple times, or Bruce Wayne's kid, what's his name, Damian Wayne, being a little piece of trash, and he hasn't changed at all because he's a kid. What is that dumb? And then also Commissioner Gordon's daughter, I forget her name, it's something Gordon, her being obsessed with the superhero action and everything. It all very much fits, and I very much enjoy that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take over. I kind of did that. All right, awesome. Well, I think that basically covers it for this episode of Bros and Shows. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me for tonight's episode. And everyone out there, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for stopping by.